Hello, this is Jonathan Rizal coming with you on faktor kemunculan gerakan nasionalisme di tanah Melayu. I'm not going to give you a big recap today, we're just going to focus here. 2.5, we don't have much time. So 2.5, right, we discussed about the kebangkitan. We said that there was idea nasionalisme. Okay, the key word here is bangkit. There was the word nasionalisme has always been a thing in tanah Melayu. We said that from the Kesultanan Melayu Melaka punya stage with your Sultan Mahmud Shah dah lah ada nasionalisme. So now we're going to talk about dia punya faktor kemunculan. That means, okay, we said that there is nasionalisme, but what were the reasons? Okay, so faktor can also be sebab ataupun punca. So there are how many reasons? There are 6 reasons. First one, peranan agama, penulisan kreatif, media cetak. These are the 3 points we'll talk about today. Then the other points we're not going to influence about because they're very connected to each other, which is the first one, education, pendidikan. Then you have awak punya kemunculan golongan intellectual. I'm going to put a hat for golongan intellectual. Intellectual. Then for your final one, it is pengaruh luar. So why are these not included today? Because we don't have enough time, and these 3 are very connected on their own. Because via education, you dapat individuals that are very smart, intellectual, give them a molecule. Okay, you got smart individuals. Then your pendidikan, right, it influences because your students receive pendidikan from outsiders, dia punya barat, and thus ada pengaruh luar. So we're not going to talk about that today. We only emphasize on these 3. Peranan agama. So let's start here first. Peranan agama. No surprise, tanah Melayu, all the Melayus here, what is their punya agama? It is Islam. Okay, so we have, this is your pelajar. We have your awak punya pelajar. Para pelajar melanjutkan melanjutkan pelajaran mereka di Mesir, which is your Egypt. If you cannot remember everything from Egypt, you have to remember one keyword, gerakan. Oh, this is an interesting pen. Gerakan Islah. Okay, that's actually very ugly. Never mind. Give me back my old pen. To remember one thing, gerakan Islah. Remember, we learned this in 2.3, the gerakan nasionalisme. So when they came to Mesir, what happened? Terdedah, they were exposed. Terdedah to the gerakan Islah, and thus remember who are the leaders. So gerakan Islah, who were you punya pemimpin? Pemimpin included 3 people, remember? Your Said. Okay, I won't write so many. Said Jamal Al-Din Al-Fagani. Then your Sheikh Muhammad Abduh. Then this person that we did not mention, Rashid Rida. Why did we not mention him in the first time over at 2.3? Why was he missing? Because this is a newcomer, alright? But if we were to memorize, right, if you have to pick who to memorize, I would advise you to memorize the first 2 individuals because like they show up more often in your textbook to help yourself study efficiently. So these are your pimpinan, right? Now they want you to jelaskan, right? They tell you about what gerakan Islah is. Oh, gerakan Islah menyeru umat Islam. This one, right, they've all repeated all over in bab 2.3, so I won't go too far in it. Check out the video about this. Menyeru umat Islam untuk what? Mengembalikan atau kembali kepada ajaran Islam yang sebenar dengan berpandukan Al-Quran dan Hadis. Okay, dan muncul untuk menentang imperialis Barat di negara Islam. Okay, that's it. Not much. See, that was all about peranan agama. Now we go on to something a little bit more unique. We talked a little bit about this in 2.5, but now we're going to jelas this even better. Penulisan kreatif. That means macam mana when we reference penulisan kreatif, the bentuk that they wujud, right? We have novels. Cerpen. Cerpen is cerita pendek. This is the abbreviation, cerita pendek. Then finally, we also have puisi or poems. Okay, these are the kinds of creative, penulisan kreatif that helped for the idea nasionalisme. So how so? we jelaskan then. So, hasil kesusastraan seperti these three, novel, cerpen, puisi, daripada tokoh nasionalis digunakan sebagai wadah untuk mengungkapkan keperitan hidup bangsa. Okay, mengungkapkan is to let you know, is to spread, is to give you this idea, to help you imagine. Okay, this is help imagine. Okay, mengungkapkan. My puisi tak ada P. Alamak. Okay, I have to figure out to use this. Mengungkapkan keperitan here, perit means the misery of dia punya rakyat, the people that hidup, bangsa yang dijajah, serta penderitaan, which means the same thing, the misery, the agonizing pain, the agony they felt by the punya rakyat. So let me draw my rakyat symbol. Okay, then they move on forward. They tell you hal ini memberikan impak kepada rakyat untuk menaikkan. So this menaikkan, it's very ugly symbol. Menaikkan semangat bagi memahami realiti hidup dijajah. This is your keyword here, hidup dijajah. The life, the reality of being colonized. So through writing of this, it could help menaikkan semangat to let them know this is what it's like to be colonized. Then they give you the contoh. They will most likely ask you. You will also see this on objective, so watch out, right? So first one, you have your Melo Kuala Lumpur. Ditulis oleh Aminur Rashid. Then for your, this is your novel by the way. Then for your cerpen, your cerita pendek, dibagi you punya contoh cerita. That's not how you write cerita. Cerita Awang Putat oleh Abdul Rahim Kajai. Then finally, this one I argue a little bit more important. Sorry, I'm gonna write off your cerpen. Come here, where we mentioned this one. Okay, this one special. Your Putra Gunung Tahan. Okay, this one not funny. Putra Gunung Tahan. Gunung Tahan is a real place. If I'm not mistaken, it's either in Pahang. I can double check this. Here, next time I'll double check this. Alright, Putra Gunung Tahan, that means your Prince of Gunung Tahan. Dan anak Mak Lela Gila oleh Pak Sako. Nah, menyindir. Okay, this one. Menyindir means to criticize. My menyindir does not look like the real word. Nyindir lah. Okay, no, the original word is sindir. Menyindir penjajah dan mengikat anak bangsa untuk atas kepentingan kebebasan. This one probably the most unique one of all. So if I were to remember two, I remember your Melo Kuala Lumpur and your Putera Gunung Tahan. Okay, but let's go on then. That is your penulisan kreatif. So remember, I'll give a recap after this. Then we go to our final one, media cetak. Okay, this one we didn't mention at all. So this is a newer one. So what about media cetak? Let me just take all of this. Hello. I need to resize you. Haha. Okay. For your media cetak, what can we talk about? See. Seperti akhbar dan majalah. Okay. Majalah might be a new thing. Magazines memang is a modern idea, but akhbar, you have already seen this in 2.4 Filipina. Remember your Andres Bonifacio with dia punya akhbar. Then you've also seen this for the gerakan Islala. They wrote this in the akhbar and everything. So Vietnam also features this. Akhbar should be a average thing already. It's a newspaper, a news outlet. Now peranannya, what was the purpose of having the media cetak? Peranannya penyalur. Penyalur means the, what do you call this? Penyalur means you are the channel. There you go. Penyalur. Maklumat, your channel for maklumat dan penyebar berita. These are 2 points, right? Penyalur, and you're also a penyebar. You spread the stories. Well, in this case, spread here means you tell, you're a storyteller. Then I come back down here. After you have mentioned this, they tell you, okay, what about the contoh? Okay, first one, a lot more important, Jawi peranakan. Okay, Jawi peranakan, right, this name. Okay, menegur campur tangan British dalam soal agama Islam di Singapura dan isu Melayu. Okay, again, the isi I think kurang, that not as important, but again, the name you should definitely know. If you cannot remember the isi, remember this. Then the next one they have, also arguably quite important lah, Sekolah Melayu. Sekolah without the H. You see this? No H, Don't write the H in, that's not the name of it. Okay, Sekolah Melayu yang buat apa? Yang sebagai bahan bacaan Sekolah Melayu. Then we have the rest, which I argue are not as important, but you should know regardless, you should understand. So I'm using yellow for this. So you got your Al-Imam, okay, neraca dan pengasuh yang menyebarkan idea pembaharuan. Pembaharuan means to reform for new ideas. Then finally you have your, okay, this one is from Sarawak, Fajar Sarawak. Okay, this one I can see it showing up in your objective because it is a very unique one. So you can watch out for this. Fajar Sarawak yang mengkritik. Mengkritik means to criticize, kritik, mengkritik dasar pemerintahan Brooke. Your Brooke family, remember? Let me draw a family. The Brooke family. Okay, yang mengkritik dasar pemerintahan Brooke yang mengabaikan hak dan kepentingan Bumi Putera. Bumi Putera, also the cute here. Bumi Putera Sarawak. Okay, Bumi Putera is the local people, and if you want the direct translation, the Bumi means earth. Putra here means prince. So the prince and princesses of earth, of that particular piece of land, meaning the local people. Okay, then that is all we will talk about. So let's give the quick summary. Faktor kemunculan, you have 6. Peranan agama, penulisan kreatif, media cetak. Then this one is your punya pendidikan, sistem pendidikan, your kemunculan golongan intelektual, and finally your pengaruh luar dan serantau. These 3 next video. This one, peranan agama. First, you must know you have your pelajar, and what did they do? All your pelajar, mereka, give me a new color. Is that right? Okay, pelajar mereka melanjutkan pelajaran di Mesir. And what is in Mesir? Your gerakan Islah. So your pimpinan, they might ask you, so you can say your Aid, what? Syed Jamal Aldin Afghani, Sheikh Muhammad Abdul Rashid Rida. Rashid Rida not as important. Then mereka terdedah kepada all of this. They're like, whoa, what is gerakan Islah? I now know. And thus you can jelaskan the kepentingan, the peranan to have gerakan Islam, to menyeru umat Islam untuk kembali kepada ajaran Islam yang sebenar, your Quran, your hadis. Then we talk about penulisan kreatif, which is in the bentuk of novel, cerpen dan puisi yang mengungkapkan keperitan dan penderitaan hidup bangsa dan rakyat. So then they talk about this help to menaikkan, Yes, menaikkan semangat bagi memahami realiti hidup dijajah. Then they give you contoh loh. That where is my contoh? Hello, yeah, your Merloh Kuala Lumpur. And then we had another one which was the cerita. I cannot write cerita Awang Putat. Okay, then you have your final one, which argue more important, Putera Gunung Tahan dan anak mak lelagilah yang menyindir. That means to criticize, to make fun of. It can also be a translation, to criticize the penjajah dan mengingatkan anak bangsa kepentingan kesedaran. Then we go to our final one, which is media cetak, which I've now remembered. In English, we can also call the printing press. Yang contohnya akhbar dan majalah. This one you should know already. What the freak? Hello, come back. This one you should know already. You've seen this many times before. Then your akhbar dan majalah, which is your media cetak, peranannya sebagai penyalur maklumat dan penyebar cerita, to a channel for information and to tell stories. Then your contoh is Jawi Peranakan, more important, and Sekolah Melayu. These are all in the Semenanjung, Malaysia. Then there's the Al-Iman lah, this one not as important. Then one that is only in Sarawak is your Fajar Sarawak. Fajar over here can also mean like the dawn. As your name, okay? It's a name. Donald Sarawak. Dan mengkritik pemerintahan buruk yang mengabaikan. I didn't translate this word. Mengabaikan means to ignore. Means to just don't give a shit, right? You degaff. Yeah, I degaff about the kepentingan ataupun the, you could also say the kebajikan, which means the welfare. Actually, wait, no, stick to the textbook. Don't write kepentingan. Don't write kebajikan, write the kepentingan, the importance of the Bumi Putra, which means the local people of Sarawak. And that is it for your faktor kemunculan gerakan nasionalisme. I will see you for the next one. Bye bye.